Alright, so what we got here is a couple packages that contain the contents of all the saddle stuff that I ordered. So it's kind of on the lower end because, you know, I'm in college, kind of broke, don't have a lot of money. But we got a 4-pack of the Hawk Helium 20-inch climbing sticks. We have the XOP Invader and Mutant combo. And then we have some random stuff from Amazon. We got a couple dump pouches, Molly dump pouches, some bungee stuff that I might tie to helium sticks to get them on my saddle. And then we got a 2-step aider for my bottom stick. So this is kind of just going to be taking them out, first impressions. And then I'm going to try to go out and actually test them so that I can hunt with it, hopefully, either later this week or next week. I'd like to get at least one hunt in before rifle season ends, and we still got about a week and a half for that. Like I said, it's not really a high-end setup because, I mean, one, I don't have the money for a high-end setup, but also two, a lot of the high-end setups, their big thing that they push is, you know, really lightweight. But that's not something I'm super concerned with, mainly because most of the places that I hunt, I only need to walk a few hundred yards at most. So I'm not concerned about, you know, how much weight I'm hiking in for miles wearing or anything like that. I'd like to be able to, you know, take this out to the state game lands in my area and, you know, get those game lands, like scout them a little bit, be able to go out next year with an actual bow, because I still only have a crossbow this year. But I'm still going to try to use all of this stuff for rifle and then also a little bit of late archery, because I'm trying to, my biggest issue with late archery so far has been being cold. I haven't ever gone out for late archery, even though I've had tags to fill, and the only reason I don't go out is because it's cold, and none of my gear, well, hell, I get cold when it's 30 degrees out. I can't imagine what it would be like when it's 15 degrees out. But let's get started with opening some of these packages. So, I mean, as we can see, I got a 4-pack of sticks here. Cut the zip ties off of those John pieces. Oh my gosh. There it is. Alright. I mean, overall, it's about what I expected. I mean, they're decently light. I do like how they fold up, because that makes them a little easier, you know, to walk around with, carry on the bag. But I'm assuming then in here we have obviously this warning manual: don't fall to the ground, don't die, that's bad. But then, yeah, we also have our ropes to attach to the tree and our back pieces for each of them that actually bite into the tree. Oh, plus a sticker that's going on my laptop. All right, now let's get started setting these things up. So we got our screw, well, I guess nuts and bolts. We will start getting these set up. I'm assuming it goes like this. Oh man, I'm a genius. Who would have thought? But we're going to start getting these set up some, and back to you when they're fully set up. All right, we're finished setting them up, but I guess I kind of get this for going with the cheap option, but I'll still need the Contact Sportsman's Guide to get something figured out, because he sent me the wrong bolt. Because it's supposed to, I have on this one, see, one of the bolts is supposed to be an Allen head bolt, but they sent me a bolt that, number one, doesn't even fit, but is also a flathead with no Allen, or like a dome head or whatever. So I can't put the other half of this stick on. So we're stuck with these 3 sticks. That should be fine. I shouldn't need any more than 3 for now. I'll probably practice with 2 a little later, and then I guess next week I'll go with 3. That's that for now. We'll deal with putting these on whenever we go out to practice, and I'll set all of this stuff kind of back here off to the side. Oh, can't forget the sticker. All right, Now for the XOP stuff. This is what I'm really excited about, because this stuff is what actually lets me go saddle hunting. That stuff, all that allows me to do is get high in a tree. But if I don't have this stuff, I can't get in the tree. So, this is where we are. Oh, there it is. Nice little package. This I'm kind of excited for, because I've seen reviews and stuff that say the XOP Mutant isn't comfortable. It's not worth it being cheap. I've also seen a lot of other reviews that say this is the best saddle you can get for the money. And I'm trying to make the most out of my money with this saddle setup. That is cam buckle strap and the back for the platform. Here we got our harness and ropes. And there's the Invader platform. Ooh, it has a really rough surface finish. I was expecting some roughness, but I wasn't expecting that much, because, well, I mean, it's good because it helps with grip. I just wasn't expecting that much. That's good though. Anything else in here? Let's see. Warnings. That looks like instructions. I'm pretty sure I'm not stupid, so I can probably figure out how to put a few bolts on. Let's get going with this. Hopefully they don't give me the wrong freaking bolts with this. It's also a fairly small platform. I don't know what I was expecting. Jeez, talk a little. But I mean, overall, it seems pretty decent. Let's screw this young piece on. Piss. Come on, let it be the same size. There, buddy. That should be good. And there's the platform. And we got a little nut bolt combo, it looks like, to set the angle that this thing sits at. That's kind of cool. There's a nylock on it to tighten it down. I don't know that I'll ever use that, but it's good to have. So, as for this cam buckle strap, this goes around here, and then what happens is pull off this, loop it around, stick it back over this loop, and then crank that jump piece down. But that we'll get into whenever we go out and practice. Now it is time to look at the saddle. So like I said, this is the XOP Mutant saddle. This is the Invader platform. So obviously right now I don't have all my hunting stuff on like I normally would. Once we go out and practice, I'll have some of it on. I'm not gonna stick my full like big parka that I bought. I'm not gonna stick that on right now or whenever I practice, because I don't need it. I'm gonna be moving and stuff, so I'll get super, super hot if I stick that on. All right, here we got quick release buckle. That is our bridge, I'm pretty sure. That's what it's called. Just undo all these little straps. So that is that. That is that. As far as I know, you take it like this, step through, pull up my pants. It's not a requirement, but you know, it's useful. And then we'll take this, latch that in, make sure we see green on that little thing there, and then tighten her down. Give me a second. I messed it up. That's better. I had that flipped 180 degrees. All right, there's that. Now we look down here for leg straps. Same thing. Click till you see green. And tighten that down, and then we got a little elastic thing right here. I can move and get some of that out of the way. And same thing on this side. You just got to make sure you do it right. Click to green, do that, and then take some of the straps. So there is our saddle. So what I've seen a lot is you have Prusix on both sides, and that allows you to move that as needed. And then as soon as, you know, tension's put on it, we're good. That's good. And then we also have the same thing here, where I can move this up and down as I need to put either more pressure on my legs or on my back. That's something I'm not going to figure out for a while, but it's something that's really good to have. All right, so now on to the belts. This, I'm assuming, is our lineman's belt. This is a hefty freaking carabiner. The lineman's belt. Give me a second. This is confusing. I'm sorry. I might be less of a man for this, but I'm going to open the instruction manual. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, I was about to do it correctly. But at least with this, I would much rather be safe than sorry. Take that, stick it down through this loop, move this knot out of the way, and then what we'll do, take this end, feed it through, and make a girth hitch on this lineman belt loop right here on this side. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. And then, whenever we get to the tree, then we take it, wrap it around, stick that in there, and that is our lineman's belt. And then whenever we need to adjust it, there we go. That is looking pretty solid. Now, I might end up getting new carabiners because I'm not a big fan of these twist locks, but they do the job, so not that it matters. And I might end up just getting a second carabiner for this side instead of doing a girth hitch. We'll see. That's kind of a thing that we'll figure out as we do it. All right, so this would be the tether, as far as I understand it. Wrap around the tree, stick through, and then obviously that's wrapped around a tree. And then we take the carabiner, take our bridge, clip it in, and boom, just like that, I'm tied into a tree. That is about what it seems like to me. You know, I'm pretty much an expert. I've watched like 4 videos on this, but I mean, it doesn't seem too complicated. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pack all this stuff up. I'm going to grab my rifle and all that, because I might actually end up hunting afterwards, after we finish with this, but at this point I'm not too worried about it. I want to get this and try it out. But what we'll do, pack all this up, get it in the truck, then I'm going to drive out to my grandmother's where I hunt. And then she has a walnut tree out there, and I'll set all of this up there, probably do 1 or 2 sticks off the ground, and see if we can figure out how to saddle hunt. This is very first time, so learning experience, learning curve. But so far it feels like I kind of understand it. But I'm sure there's something that I'll mess up. But yeah, I'll see you out there.